Did you ever wonder why teenage girls are drawn to the bad boys, or why they sometimes seem trapped in mysterious cycles of emotion and rebellion? What if neuroscience could explain these secrets? Hold on tight, because today we're shattering myths and exposing truths that will challenge everything you thought you knew about teenage girls. Let's dive deep. Teenage girls don't just act out for fun. Inside their brains, there's a surge of neural activity, like a storm before dawn. Scientists discovered that right before puberty, girls undergo a major neural sprouting event, an explosion of new brain connections that makes them hypersensitive to approval, rejection, and, yes, risk-taking. Have you noticed how peer opinions seem like life or death? That's because, for teenage girls, social approval lights up the reward centers of the brain almost more than anything else. Would you risk everything for social acceptance, even if it meant breaking the rules? You might not see it, but every sleepless night is a battle. New research shows that teenage girls are even more likely than boys to suffer from insomnia, daytime sleepiness, and fatigue, thanks to their brain's hypersensitivity to stress and hormonal changes. Sleep loss isn't just tiring. It sabotages focus, heightens anxiety, and erodes mental health. Would you believe schools report more absenteeism and performance dips for girls simply because of lost sleep? How could society do better at letting teenage girls get the rest they need? Culture is obsessed with how girls look, and the consequences can be devastating. Nearly every girl faces pressure to shrink, silence, or hide her body. Studies show dieting done under peer or media pressure leads not to health, but to risky behaviors, emotional instability, and even eating disorders and depression. What would happen if we shifted the conversation from body shaming to body respect? How often do words, sometimes just a joke, leave permanent scars? Ever stayed up late scrolling only to realize your jeans feel tighter? Research finds that girls who stay up late gain weight more quickly than boys, falling into patterns of unhealthy eating and chronic dieting. Could the night owl lifestyle be a hidden cause behind so many struggles with self-image and health? What would it take for us to rethink late-night habits? A shocking gender bias. In studies, adults systematically downplay girls' pain, even when it's identical to boys. The result? Girls are more likely to keep silent, suffer invisibly, and internalize their distress. How many times have you seen girls' struggles dismissed as overreacting? If pain isn't expressed, does it mean it doesn't exist? Even a girl's voice can spark instant judgments about her age, beauty, and worth. Experiments prove that a higher-pitched voice is perceived as younger and more likable, while a lower pitch leads to harsh, unfair assumptions. Should a girl have to perform femininity to be respected? Or should society change the way it listens? The scars from teasing go deeper than you think. Girls who endure weight-based bullying face higher risks of skipping meals, binge eating, or developing long-term eating disorders, and the consequences can last a lifetime. How many futures are ruined by just a few careless words? What if knowledge was the key that could free girls from these invisible prisons? Neuroscience says girls aren't weaker. They're navigating a minefield of challenges unseen by outsiders, but they are strong, resilient, and powerful. Who will stand up and change the conversation, not just for girls, but for all of us? Which truth shocked you the most? How will you help teenage girls feel seen, heard, and respected? If this message struck a chord, share it. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Let's change the story together. Thank you for joining this journey.